What's up, good people of the world? I got David Creighton here, ready to get after it for a business breakthrough. What's up, my man? How are you today?
I'm doing all right, man. And yourself?
Man, blessed. How can I help you, man? Tell me a little bit about your business.
Well, long story short, I've been going through a lot of changes where I originally started the business. I was walking to the river fly fishing a few years ago, and the Lord spoke to me and told me to start my business. But that was after I'd already been working in the trades, busting my tail out in the field and so forth. So 2016, started it from scratch. Didn't really do much with it up until a couple years later. And then, it came over me a real strong urge to really take it serious and really start getting after it. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. So essentially, I started everything from complete scratch and just, was busting my tail in the field for
Really?
about 16 years. And then the past 4 years, I've pulled myself out of the field because I've been working on the business and everything. But long story short, man, over the past 20 years, not only from working in the field, but also putting myself through some college and whatnot, and then going through a lot of life changes on top of that. So it's just been a lot of pressure on me for a long time. And I got to the point to where originally I started the business primarily painting focused, but we did roofing and light remodeling and stuff because I know how to do a lot of different things.
Wow.
So I'm leveraging my expertise, in different areas to start the business, doing handyman work, repairs, and whatever, just anything to work. But over time, I started building it to be centered around painting. And I was like, man, there's no point in doing roofs and bathroom remodels and building decks and all these other things whenever it's mostly painting anyways. And that was my niche. So I cut everything out.
Yeah.
So I spent, you know, the past few years of not working in the field, I've been, I had the business going one direction, general contractor focused, and then I started to unwind it to focus just on
Smart.
painting. Yeah, so then it's like I dialed all the way down into this hole, but I'm dealing with all the darkness of like the compound effect from everything that I was doing going one direction and then shifting it
Yeah.
to going another, as well as all the life challenges. I went through some things, uh, you know, that weren't so pretty in the process. I won't really get into all that, but it's like, I got to a point finally where I've got, some people in place. I got some good crews. I've got a good base of a system set up. And then now, but I'm in this hole or coming out of my little hole of darkness, trying to build my way back out and really take this business to the magnitude that I know that it can be, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of this stuff has affected me, my performance, with sales and leadership and different things like that. It's had I've let it weigh on me, so I've had to really check myself and get
Yeah.
redirected to build out of that. So now that's where I'm at is like, how do I get out of this mess and really take this
Well, I
business
want
just
to make it clear.
that
I
magnitude.
love this, man, because I love this, and I want to just make this clear: is that the urgency behind building a business that can last is not just the glory of making money or building a business. And I don't think that's what you're after, but I'm just telling you because life isn't going to stop happening, and I can't tell you how many times life has happened to me, and I didn't also have the pressure of being the front lines for everything in my business. I didn't have the
Mm-hmm.
pressure of answering every phone call, answering every text message, doing the work, having a homeowner stare at me while I'm working when I got a lot going on up here. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I don't know if
Oh
you've
yeah.
been there, but I've been there. And the motivation was it's either I have two choices. I either grow this thing to the point where it's independent of me,
Yeah.
or I go back to a 9 to 5 where I'll have the pressure of a boss being on top of me, which I did not want. I had, so life has happened to me too, man. And I'm just saying, like, I'm glad you're at this realization now so we can I say it like this: drill down, scale up. So let me ask you this, man. What's
For sure.
what's what's going on? I know you mentioned this dark hole, which I've been in, and I think many of us have, but really give me something tangible. What are you feeling is the problems right now that you're trying to overcome yourself that you're maybe hitting a roadblock on?
Man, well, finances have been a stress, more money coming out than coming in, trying to get back on my sales game,
Okay.
get my profitability up on all my jobs,
Okay.
make sure that that's consistent, so I'm, dialing in on my estimating, my sales, my marketing is a big bottleneck, you know, that's always a challenge. So it's just a mix of things where I feel like I'm working on an engine and it's an old engine and, I'm starting it and it's like, it's starting to try to run and then it kind of dies, and that whole thing is going, over and over, where it's like, come on, let's go, let's go. And
Yeah.
then I feel like I've had to take it apart and go down a little deeper into it. And that's where I'm at now. It's like stripped it back down. I'm going to go back down into the depths of that engine
Yeah.
and start fixing whatever's
Good.
down in there
Well, the good
until
news is that you got the experience on how to build an engine. So there's that, you know what I'm saying? You've done it,
right,
it's not like you're just looking at your first engine wondering, all right, what does this do and what does this do? So
exactly,
awareness is key. So let's start with this. I want you to understand that the first thing is you need to decide what you are going to do and what you can't do or would rather someone else do for you. If you're a one-man body shop and you're answering the phone, you're doing invoices, you're selling to the customers and then running in the back of the body shop doing oil changes and changing out filters and winch. I mean, ultimately, there's going to be people at the front desk wondering, where the hell is this guy?
right,
Right? What's he doing? Right? And no one's happy. You're definitely not happy. You're exhausted. You can't even pick up the phone. So even if you did get marketing going, guess what? You wouldn't be able to meet the demand of the marketing. And even if you did get production going somehow, then ultimately you're the production. So, I mean, there's just a lot there. So we need to figure out where we're going to start. So the first thing is what are you good at? What do you want to do?
That's a mystery. I'm the one that wants to stay behind the scenes and be out of the public eye and have my team in place that are just thriving.
Got it.
I
So
want to be
you're the
that low key
people
guy.
person.
Huh?
Right. You're the chief. You're a people optimizer, right? So you're going in and you're making sure your crew. You want to deal with your crew leaders and your project managers and your sales team,
Yeah, I
right?
would rather just focus on the leadership role and stay out of from the face of the public per
Okay.
se.
Cool.
That's I've come to
Cool.
that realization because it's like, at one point I did enjoy doing sales. At one point I did enjoy doing, working in the field and all these other things. But now I'm
But
at
you're
that
burned
point where
out,
it's, yeah, I'm
But
burned out. I'm like, I've had enough of all that.
but you need you have an admin, right?
I've
You
got my
said.
admin, I got my production manager, and then I've had a sales rep come and go, and I've had some, over the course of a couple of years, I've had some seats filled and then empty and then filled again and stuff like that. But it's like, okay, well, I can fix my marketing bottleneck, get another sales rep back in place, so I can take that off my plate and then really start focusing on the things that I need to be focusing on.
Yeah. I mean, there needs to be some sort of renewal because believe it or
Yeah.
not, your energy is going to dictate the energy of everyone around you. You get a salesperson
Mm-hmm.
that comes in and you're already in that mindset of, I don't really want to be the face. You need to be the face so you can show them how to be the face. So there's going to
Yeah.
be the switch that needs to turn on. You need to get excited about these hires because every hire is going to help you and your company get further. If you're not feeling that way, then the hire is wrong. I get excited every time I hire someone because I'm like, oh, that's a good hire. I know that we're good. That's progression, right? That's the mentality. It's like, man, that salesperson, I need to get on my game because he's going to expect leads and I need to provide them for him. How am I going to do
For
that?
sure.
Right.
Yeah, for sure.
So,
Exactly.
so
Yep.
everything starts though with marketing. Let's put it this way. So I want to know kind of the infrastructure. Are you currently right now just doing only paint jobs?
Yeah, so like I said, I scaled everything down. It took a little while, but this year in particular, most of last year, but this year in particular, it's like we're just focusing on paint jobs. Now we'll do repairs, replacements that are relative to the paint job, carpentry work or
Yeah.
whatever,
So
but it's
are
still
you
paint.
subcontractors? Or are you employees or subcontractors?
It's all subs, and I've got guys that are solid that I've been working with for a long time. And, so I've got a good production base, but I need more to feed them because we could really do some serious output, man. If I, like I said,
How
fix
many
that
estimates
marketing
do you think
bottleneck.
you did this week?
How many what?
How many estimates do you think you did this week?
This week? Shoot, it's been dead the past couple weeks. I can tell you it's been dead. I mean, I can tell you as of last week. As of last week, I've done 107 estimates this year.
Oh, this
That
year.
ain't,
You've done
yeah,
107. I was about last week. I'm like, man, you need to help me.
right.
so okay. So let's talk about where these estimates are coming from, right? So what software are you using right now?
Currently job numbers. I did dabble with your trial on Dripjobs, but I gotta put that off till like winter time or something like that because
Fair enough.
CRM switch
Fair
right
enough.
now
I'm
is
just
not
curious.
not a priority of mine.
Got
You
it.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
So I'm just
Yeah,
curious because I'm just wondering where the tracking is coming from. So
yeah, yeah. So
where are these leads coming from? Like where's your majority of your estimates coming from? What channel, what avenue, word of mouth, what?
yeah, we got Google, we've got Angie, couple other lead services, and then I tapped into another marketing channel that it's really fresh as of a couple of days ago that we still got to give it another month or two to see how that goes.
Okay. So let me ask you this. And you said you're what's the main city you work in right now?
Just the Kansas City metro area, pretty much.
All right. So Kansas City painting contractor. I'm just taking a look here. Super competitive on Google. Do you have a lot of Google reviews?
Yeah, we've got 69 of them, I think, something like that.
Okay. Is anyone currently managing your Google page?
Yeah, so I've got a website and somebody that handles my website and SEO as well. And I've been
All right.
working on that since
And
September.
can I ask
And
how
they,
much you're paying them per month?
well, that and then the Google spend. So, I mean, I spend a few grand or so easy per month just for all
Do
of
you
that. Yeah.
on that? So if I type in, I'm just wondering because I'm looking at the listings here, and I'm just having trouble finding you on here. So maybe it's just because and that's a big city. You work in a big city, so I'm just making sure that hopefully you're getting your money's worth with whoever you're hiring. Because typically
Yeah.
there'll be like an ad at the top, or and again it could just be bad timing. But do you feel like you're getting a good ROI from them?
I say to some degree, but it still hasn't been enough time to really, you know,
Because I just want to have your back and audit that. I'm not trying to come at you. I just want to make sure you're getting a fair deal.
yeah,
Because some of these SEO companies, dude, they don't know what they're doing.
right.
And it's easy for them to take your money because it's like, oh, it just needs more time. It just needs more time. It just needs more time, right? And I'm sure you're hearing that. It's like, how
Yeah.
much more time do we need?
Yeah.
So
I think their
eh,
effectiveness is there. It's just a matter of giving it some more time to really,
got it. Okay,
because
that's fine.
there's been some good organic data coming in that we met with this week and stuff like that. So I'm just trying to be patient with it.
Are you guys doing any cabinets right now in the business?
Yes.
You are.
Oh
So
yeah.
I asked you about Facebook. I didn't ask you about marketing, but you didn't mention Facebook. Any reason why nothing's going on Facebook?
So Facebook, I had going on there for a while, and I shut it completely off. Like I deactivated my personal. I just cut it completely off. So being in that dark hole and going through some things, I won't get into the details right now, but there was some things that had happened that to where I
Sure.
detached from it.
I'm with you. I'm with you. So,
Mhm.
the good news. Well, did you ever hire anyone to do Facebook for you, or did you just mostly
Oh
manage it
yeah,
yourself?
I've been down that road, man. I've hired and fired, or whatever, off and on, and I haven't lucked into that, that gold mine of a
Gotcha.
guru for that stuff.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay, so I have some resources for you, man. But honestly, man, Facebook's a killer for us. I'll just tell you my experience. Ultimately, think of all of your customers. Every single one of them's on Facebook. And the
Mm,
unique part about that is that you don't someone who doesn't like Facebook, you don't need to be on it. You don't have to do it. You hire someone else to do it for you, and you got to get your business in Times Square, bro.
right.
Whether it's something personal between you and Facebook, that's fine. But all of your customers are there, Facebook and Instagram. And when it comes to cabinets, I mean, you should be getting leads every single day. Cabinets are the number one service and painting that advertises on Facebook. It crushes it at sometimes $20 to $30 a lead,
That's
which
nice to know. Yeah, because
I'm
cabinets in
telling you,
particular, I noticed an uptick in the demand of
well,
estimates from us
well,
this year
David,
on cabinets.
think about it. Think about it. I mean, it's a trend. So
Mm,
the thing about it is it's something that not everyone knows that can be done, which is exciting because you're going to get people that inquire because they're curious. But more importantly, in comparison to the alternative, it's cheap, right? The alternative is what? Replacing them, right? When people get quotes to replace them, they're probably like, I'll never be able to get my kitchen the way it looks. Everyone's on
right.
Pinterest now. Women are talking. My wife's always in the. I mean, this is design is here. You need to be in the ball game. You're not even in the arena, and you're wasting time with. I think personally, I don't think Angie Leads is as effective as it's been before. More people are leaving, which drives up the lead cost. Right?
Mhm.
These leads. I mean, I used to advocate for them. I'm swaying away from them as time
Yeah,
goes on because I'd rather go direct to the customer on Facebook where they see our brand, they see me, I have a video. Hey, my name's Tanner. I'm the owner of Premium Painting. Let me walk you through one of our jobs. I'll show you a prep that we did. And I have people that see that and say, that's the company I want to work with. Instead of you going to an estimate saying, hey, we do this XYZ prep, they already saw what I do on Facebook. So when I get there, it's just a matter of let's line things up. So
Yeah.
there's a lot to it. But I would say, man, you need to add Facebook into your marketing strategy, especially at the volume that you're trying to do. You are, bro, let me make this clear. You are a sales company that happens to sell paint jobs. You're connecting subcontractors, you're connecting the labor, which not many people have trusted subcontractors like you do, man. So we need to make sure those guys know when they need work, they go to you and you can keep them loyal, right?
Yeah.
Because if you lose those guys, then you're painting. We don't want that. So you need
No
to think of
way.
it like I need to get my brand in front of as many people as possible. Where are the people? That's where you put the money.
Yeah. Yeah, I got a little work to do to get back refined, man. Like I said, I went down that dark hole. I've been coming out of it and trying to figure out what are my action items? What do I really need to hyper focus in on?
And that's what I
And
want to
just,
help you with. I
yeah,
really do, man. I like you, man. I really want to help you get that boost. I'm here to do that. I just think that the first step is really just identifying, like, dude, you need to get. Can I ask who's running your Google ads? What company?
base coat.
Base Coat. Okay. And have you sat with them and have you talked to them about the results that you're getting? Like, I mean, I just want to know, like, are you pleased with those results?
With them, yeah, we meet on a regular
Good.
basis. And
Okay.
then
And
we're
they're a
just,
good company. So
yeah, we're working with them.
okay, because Austin and I are great friends. Are they
Hmm.
doing anything for you on Facebook? Because I know they offer Facebook services too.
They were, but that was my call to pull off of that for a while. And
Got
then
it.
my
Okay.
goal is actually to build up a video arsenal and then ease back into messing with that, you know. So that's a work in progress.
Cool.
But yeah, I
Cool.
mean, them handling website and SEO and that Google stuff for me, and we've been working together since I think September of last year, and it's just that cadence. It's a growth process. But
Fair enough.
I'm good with it though.
Fair enough. I think, man, if I could give you one piece of advice, just you're at a good amount of revenue. You have an office admin that you're keeping busy. You're in a place where I think if you were getting leads every day, this changes your mindset. It really does. I mean, if
Hmm.
you're getting leads into your world every single day, brother, at least for me, I'm in a position where I'm at least thinking, okay, I can work with this. Are you doing all the estimates right now, or do you have someone else doing it for you?
For right now, I am. Yeah.
For right now, you are. Do you feel like you're capitalizing on opportunities, or do you feel like you're missing out on opportunities?
I feel like I'm missing out on opportunities just because of what I've been dealing with personally has
Okay.
impacted my performance negatively, and then so with me
Yeah.
working out of that, I'm reconditioning myself to get my performance back up, and then generate enough activity to where once I get that stable again, recruit and pull a rep in and replace myself, out of that role.
If I say, hey, David, you have an estimate today at 2 o'clock. How excited are you going to be to go there 1 to 10? Be honest.
Honestly, I'm not that excited.
Got it. Okay.
I'm
Well, let
marginal
me
on
ask.
my excitement.
Let me ask you this: what about doing a virtual estimating process? Have you thought
I
about it?
do that. I do that to some degree. I've been doing that for a while to some degree. Not all estimates I go to. We do the initial call and I go through qualifying them and trying to figure out more about them and the project, and then I determine if it's something I can handle, virtually, or if I need to actually go meet with them.
So let me ask you this: you said you have a project manager. Is that true?
Yes.
Is there anything that would stop that project manager from being able to go to these estimates, talk to the customer, and take pictures and get measurements?
We used to do that a long time ago when I had him in the sales role and I was trying to groom him to do that, but then he realized that's not what he wanted to do and he was a better fit for production. So we put him into
So were you
production.
having to, were you asking him to try to close on the spot?
Yeah, we did all that stuff and he would get measurements and I was doing things behind the scenes where I would, take whatever info he would gather there and then
Yep.
I'd work with him and then he'd go to his truck and I'd help him on the back end and then he'd go present. So we were doing this dual tag team thing and it would work. It was effective to some degree, but then it wasn't. And then it just, when we realized that, wrong person, wrong seat type of thing. And he's like, man, I'm not really cut out for this. And then so we put him into production management and then
Yeah, I
that
think
should be a better
that
move.
that yeah, I mean, what's he doing today? Is he like, I mean, you have a project manager. How many jobs do you have going on right now?
It's really dead right now. I've got a couple jobs going on right now, but he's out of town fishing.
Okay,
So I mean, he took half the week off to go on a fishing trip that historically I would be on with him, but I was like, no, I'm not doing that right now. I got other stuff to focus
gotcha,
on. You know,
gotcha.
it's
Yeah,
like here,
man.
you go take your time
I'm sure
off.
I'm sure there's pressure though. Like if the week's been slow or the week's dead and he's not doing anything or doesn't have a busy day, right? Does that give you some stress?
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I don't think it's a matter of if it's a fit for him or not, dude. It's like, hey, I want you to go take measurements and take pictures and introduce our company and then leave. I think if you
Mm,
set the expectations like that, that's how it is. That's how I do it. I have a guy who has no sales experience, but he's very knowledgeable about the expectations. Who do you think they're
mm.
going to be seeing the whole time of the job? It's the project manager.
Yeah,
He's
for sure.
building a relationship. He's going to be dealing with them anyway.
That
So if
makes
he
sense.
goes there and you know what I'm saying? So it's not a matter, you don't need to close. You don't need to go over pricing. You need to represent our company with our logo. Go there, introduce yourself as the project manager. You're going to use Company Cam. Open up Company Cam, take pictures of everything, give them a brochure, answer any questions they have, and then relay that information to the office. The office sends the quote. That's why you need
Mm,
Dripjobs because you can do production rate estimating, which you can't do in Job Nimbus. Very, very good feature to allow your admin to come up with the pricing instead of you. So what this really does, I mean, because really what I'm leaning toward is you kind of want to be removed from the ops, which is fine. That's a good thing. Not many people want that. You do. You want to be like, dude, I'm at a point now where I just want to orchestrate this. I think your project manager needs to be doing exactly what I told you. That's what I would have him do. That wouldn't be optional.
hmm Yeah, because he's been real good at. He's a roofer by trade, but we've been working together even pre-business since 2009. We were roofing houses together. We did side work together. I mean, been
Yeah.
through ups and downs,
I
been
know
real good friends,
this is
and
your
then I
guy.
pulled him into business, out of the business, back into the business again. So it's just been this long history of
But
stuff. But
it
he's
could transition to the point where if he's got 4 or 5 jobs going now, he's busy, then you bring in
mm,
an estimator to do the same thing. It's just an estimator. He's not a
yeah,
salesperson. You don't need a commissioned salesperson yet. You will at like 2 million a year. That'll be the time where you really need to get commissioned salespeople. But right now, it's just an estimator role,
that makes
you know.
sense.
But I
Kind
think,
of
man,
break
if
it
I could
down
just
a little
narrow
bit.
2 things down, I would think that that would just give him the it's no pressure. You don't need to be a salesman, dude. You just need to go there and represent us, take pictures, send it to the office, and then guess what you do? If you want, you could be in the office on the phone with the customer. Hey, how did Joe do? He did great. Awesome. So I'm going to get ready to send you a quote. Do you have any questions? Cool. Awesome. We're excited to work for you. I saw the pictures. It looks great. That creates the same energy and feeling that you're going to try to create when you're doing the estimate anyway. That's what I would do. I would say,
Yeah,
man, there's just 2 things. If you implement that, but the second thing is, man, we need to get you on Facebook. I have a recommendation for you that's been doing well for me. I'm only going to recommend you someone that I've personally used. So if you want to take me up on that, you can. Other than that, man, I would probably reallocate your expenses away from Angie if you don't feel like the ROI is there,
yeah.
and do cabinet marketing on Facebook. I would just go cabinet marketing on Facebook. I guarantee you'll get a lead a day. You'll at least get a lead a day to work at the minimum.
Mm,
With a $3,000 budget, it'll be about 3 grand between ad spend and management. You'll get a lead a day, which is generally, you know, $30 between the ad spend is going to be about $50 a lead, but the entire marketing cost would be about
yeah.
$100 a lead,
hmm
which I'm sure you'll close. If you get 30 leads, I'm sure you'll get a couple jobs. So that's just the
For
mentality
sure.
behind it, man. Is there anything else, man, that we can hit on? Hiring process, I mean, systems, anything like that I can
Now we
help
could
with?
dig all day long, man, but I think we covered enough to really chunk down on some high focal points.
Yeah. I want to do something for you, man. I want to give you Dripjobs for 4 months, bro. I want to give it to you for free. I want to help you. I think the automation aspect is going to help with your mental peace. It'll give you the ability to really, I mean, that's one of the things that I love about it is I think pressure as a business owner, just some vulnerability is when these people come at us, man. Unmet expectations, stressful situations. The cool thing about Dripjobs is the automated communication, which lowers that pressure valve. keeps people in the loop, updates them, gives them the ability. So if you want to take me up on that, man, I'll give you a link for it just so you could try it out. It's not really about anything other than just wanting to help you. So I'll give you 4 months of it for your business. I know you're with Job Nimbus, but get rid of them, man. Come over to the cool side, and we'll help you out.
Yeah, I got you.
Cool.
Perfect.
All right, man. If I can help you out in any way, man, just reach out.
I got it, man. Thank you.
Good luck to you, brother.
We'll see you.
All right, man.